heading recently, and it's starting to rain more. Came out here, was just drizzling. Now it's starting to pour. Remember I said a while back ago, I was just going to go out because I was kind of feeling down. And I was just going to go ahead and just, go out in the rain. Well, it's not pouring. And I thought, you know what? I've been inside. I'm working on thumbnails, my mom and I. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go step out in the rain. I know it's silly and it's just fun. My asthma's getting better. Hi Shatika. I actually got a new pack of albuterol, which is making a difference. And they put me on a little bit more prednisone. So I took more of that today. So it is, hi Crafty. It's getting better. But I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to come out in the rain for a few minutes. I'm going to go in when we get done and have a shower. And I thought, it's just rain. It's going to dry. I'm not going to melt. I used to tell my grandma, she said, you're going to get wet. And I said, yeah, and I'm not going to melt. It's not freezing. And I thought, you know what? Sometimes you have to be silly. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm just grateful it's raining. And I'm grateful that I can feel it. And I'm grateful to have one problem solved and it looks like the other one's fallen into place. And I'm just like, I'll try, and sometimes in life, even though the clouds are all, kind of, you can see them. I'll turn them around so you can see them. I mean, it's all cloudy and everything. The sun's really bright for me right now because it's been such a difficult 2 months that for me, sitting in the rain and smiling is just goofy enough to kind of go, I think sometimes we need to do silly things. Sometimes we need to do things that when we were a kid, we used to go out and pounce in the puddles. Now I can't do that. But I can just sit and hear the rain. And the one reason I came out when it was raining is because all the pollen is, it's been raining really hard for the past little bit. All the pollen's not there. I think sometimes we forget how to kind of just be kids again, do things that are a little silly, but do things that give you a moment of going, yeah, where can I find gratitude in that? I can find gratitude in the fact that it's raining. I can find gratitude in the fact that I'm feeling better. I can find gratitude in this. And I promised y'all I was going to come on for the month of June, except for Sunday and Monday. Thanks, Crafty. And I did. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go sit out in the rain for a few minutes. I'm going to dry. And after this month, it actually feels really good. When it starts getting heavier, I go kind of under whatever little cover we have. But it's just nice to come out and see the rain and hear the rain. And I think sometimes we forget that when it's difficult, when life is difficult, now it's going to start really pouring. Now you're going to see me up close and personal. I'm going to hide my phone underneath there. When life is hard, we got to see the gratitude, even in the rainstorms, even when it's raining, even when there's no sun in the clouds. We got to say, you know what? What can we be grateful for today? That whole story that Karen told about Johnny Cash's son, who the mother went on, boy, is it now really raining, boy. Y'all are getting a rainstorm. When she was going on to see if her son was okay, right? And she was thanking Jesus on the way. Your head doesn't. even if you don't believe in Jesus, find something to be grateful for. Trying to kind of shield my phone because I thought, well, maybe it wouldn't be finding places to shield my phone so it doesn't get too bad. And I don't care. I don't care if I get wet because I can dry. It's just fun and it feels really good. And I said I wasn't going to be on long, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to come out and be in the rain for a minute. Because you know what? When I was going through that really difficult time, and I still am a little bit with still grieving or thinking about Patty and kind of thinking about, dealing with the asthma and everything. I said there was a time when it was raining and I thought I just want to go out and just feel the rain. And I didn't because I wasn't up to it. But I can be out here feeling the rain. It's not thundering. It's not lightning. It's just raining. Supposedly it's good for your hair. And I'm acting silly and I know it. But sometimes, guys, you have to act silly. Sometimes you have to do something that's kind of a little off the beaten path to sometimes feel like you're coming back. And I thought, it's raining. I'm going to go in and have a shower after this. But I thought I'm going to just come out and if I get wet, I get wet. Doesn't really matter, does it? Like I used to tell my grandmother, you dry. Hi, Fuzz. How are you? So I'm out in the rain. I told y'all, I said when I was going through it, I said all I want to do is come out in the rain. We're just going to be out in the rain for a minute. Be grateful for the rain. Maybe it'll help to grow the hair, right? I don't have any. That's not something that I was blessed with. It was hair. Oh, it actually feels really good. It's nice and cold, and it's not too cold, which I was grateful for. But it just feels good. I wish this awning was a little bigger, and I don't have the protective on my phone to be able to actually go out because it's in the car. I have like a waterproof protector, so I don't want to do too much that's going to mess up my phone. But so I kind of have nestled in the door because it's the safest place right now. But anyway, I'm not going to stay on too long. But I figured I'd take you out in a rainstorm. Be grateful it's raining. Be grateful you can feel it. Be grateful that you got a community. Hi, Ace. We're out in the rain. Like I said before, I thought about doing it a little bit ago, and I thought I just need to go out in the rain. At least I'll feel something. Didn't have the energy, but I have it to kind of sit out right now and just hear it and listen to it and feel it. And yep, thanks for the rain. Thank you for all you. I think sometimes in life, I thought everybody would think I'm going to be weird, And I thought, Mary, it doesn't really matter, does it? Sometimes in life, to stand out here on YouTube in a rainstorm sounds ridiculous and probably looks ridiculous. But if anything, it shows you all something. Sometimes you got to step out of your comfort zone. Sometimes you can't stay in your comfort zone. Shows I've got no hair because Gloria gave me fine hair. I don't have any makeup on. I don't care. Sometimes you have to step out of your comfort zone. Because staying inside of your comfort zone makes you very small. It doesn't grow you. Sometimes we've got to step out of our comfort zone and do something that's maybe a little, wonder what people are going to think. It doesn't matter. You have to be yourself, your authentic self. And who you see on this channel is my mom is herself, I'm myself, Christina's herself, Josh is. You have to be yourself. Because there's only one person. Now the rain sort of died down a little bit, so I can sit out for right now, right? Sit down for a few minutes. Leave my screen off for a second. You have to be yourself. Nobody's asking you to be anybody but yourself. You got to step outside your comfort zone. And if this isn't stepping outside my comfort zone, I don't know what is. It's a beautiful day. Rain and all. What are you doing today to step outside of your comfort zone? What are you doing today to just, if you're in a rut or if you're going through a difficult time, and yeah, I know, because I feel better. I'm feeling better every day. I'm still like, I get tired really quick and my energy level's not there. But if you're feeling bad, step outside. Step outside. If it's raining and it's not thundering and it's not a big storm, step outside in the rain. If you get wet, oh well. You know, originally I wanted to step outside in the rain when it was raining, and I said that probably about a month ago. And come on YouTube, because I thought, you know what? I can step outside of the rain and get wet. Nobody's going to see me crying. Doesn't matter. Because I was just so down. And I didn't see the clouds parting. But it doesn't matter. Step outside in the rain, whether you're going through a difficult time or not. Sometimes we need to feel. Sometimes we just need to be. Sometimes we need to just be silly. It really doesn't matter. You do what you do and what you need to do. And I thought, guess what? I'm stepping out in that rain. I'm just going to enjoy it for a moment. Because it's been a long, over 2 months. And I can tell you I couldn't have pulled through it. Believe what you want to believe, but without Jesus, and I couldn't have pulled up through it without you all. You guys have been a strength. Even when I haven't been able to be on, you all have been a strength. And I'm grateful for it. I think sometimes we worry about being what people are going to think of us. But you know what? Here's the thing. There's nobody on this earth other than you. There's not another Mary. There's not another Christina. Nobody can be me. And I bring unique and different things to my life and to others that nobody else can. Nobody else can be me. And something that was kind of told to me recently was, believe what you want to believe, but that God brings you people that you're supposed to just be there for. And He has, and He continues to grow it. He continues to bless this channel and will continue to bless it. I'm going to start recording devotions tomorrow. I kind of still, that little bit extra prednisone really made a difference today. So I just thought, you know what, I'm not gonna push it. I'm gonna let my body rest and get my breathing back. And I have to do another breathing treatment in a little bit here. But guys, don't be afraid to step outside. Don't be afraid to step outside that comfort zone. Don't be afraid to be yourself, your authentic self, because nobody else can be you but you. Wet hair and all. Nobody else can be you. And maybe somebody needed a silly, goofy Mary to step outside of the rain because they're going through a difficult time and they just needed to smile. I'm glad. I'm wet. I don't care. I'll dry. I'm not saying my life is easy. It's not. There's hard days a lot of times. And I said to my mom, because there's a couple things going on, not major, and I said, it just feels like we just never get a break. But I'll get a break. We'll get a break. One step at a time. But community, there was Lisa Harper, which we're going to be doing one of her devotions. And I got the Little House on the Prairie devotions. I just have to figure out how to navigate that with the devotion, because some of them are long. I think it'll be a real good one to go through. But, and one that I haven't really seen on YouTube. But here's the thing. She said, Lisa Harper, she's in a Bible study. And she said she'll take a red eye to get home for this Bible study that sits in the living room. Because these women have spent 15 years going through life with each other. They've gone through divorces, they've gone through losses of children, they've gone through losses of spouses. And she said, we have literally carried each other and been there for each other. And that's what community is. Community is, we're going to walk through life. Messy. Whatever we're going through, we're going to walk through life together. Because if you don't have that, we are not supposed to be people that are just solo. We're meant to have a community. Hi, Yadira. I've missed y'all. We're supposed to have a community. We're not supposed to be solo. Don't work like that. If we can get that concept in here, that no matter what we're going through, we can reach out to somebody and say, hey, I need you. I need someone to just talk to. I've been diving into Little House on the Prairie, and I've been watching that. And at the time, the episode where Mary loses her baby. And of course, in real life, she didn't get married and she didn't have a baby, but it was in the script. And she was just in this place. And Michael Landon, who played Charles, of course, her husband, Mary's husband, was going off and was going to try to get her in to New York, into the doctors, into the psychiatrists. And back then, they didn't really have any of that. And Michael Landon, who played Charles, said to, of course, Mom Angles, what is good going to be to talk? Pay somebody to just sit there and talk? But things happened where it opened it up for, of course, in the fire, a friend of his lost his wife. And he was just like, I'm here to talk. That then they didn't realize the importance of talking to somebody, whether it's a psychiatrist, whether it's a friend, whether it's this. Where in the chat, you have people. Oh, that is awesome, Fuzzy. Where you have people that you can just talk to. It's going to be a real hard day for me on Saturday. I didn't know Josh's aunt, which is his grandmother's sister, very much. Can't see me crying because it's raining, right? But Patty's going to be in the forefront of my mind. Father's Day is coming up on the 15th. My birthday rolls around 3 days later. It's a really hard time. And on the 19th of June is when my grandmother passed away. I'm putting myself in a position where I'm putting the support. And I know that sounds a little weird because I will be praying for sure. I know that sounds a little weird because maybe it's been like, well, you haven't been on during this difficult time as much. But guys, I didn't have the energy. The pain was too much. It was too great. And I did what I could. Energy level was in the tank. I didn't have an appetite, so I wasn't eating very much. I just didn't have it. And that's okay. But the energy's coming back, and I know you guys are going to be there. And I don't know if I knew her, and of course I'm going there to see my mother-in-law and see his grandmother who's having some heart issues, and be there to support the family. I don't know if I'll cry for her. I think if I shed a tear, it'll probably be for Patty. And I haven't begun to even dive in that. I told my therapist I've literally taken all the emotions and placed them in the trunk because I have to get my asthma back under control because this is exhausting to literally try to kind of breathe and watch your breath and not get too out of breath and do all that kind of stuff. And Christina's going to dye my hair purple, a little section of purple, so you guys will see that. Told her I wanted purple for my birthday. Because, you know what? Be yourself. Don't suffer in silence. Don't deny yourself to be connected somehow, some way, some form. That's why this channel is here. Crochet is not the objective of this channel. It never will be. I'm going to be doing a live stream soon because in July, and I'm going to do some recording tomorrow because I've got to get that birthday video out. But we're going to help a lady who has cancer. She's one of the subscribers, and anybody that would like to help with yarn, reach out to me. Send, if you want to send anything through Venmo account, we'll do a special stream where we'll see if anybody wanted to, do super chats or something. Just realize that YouTube takes 30% of it. You want to send a Hobby Lobby gift card, I can go send that to her and she can get yarn. She's trying to do 4,000 hats for veterans at the end of the year. And we're going to try to help her with some yarn. That's what community does. I can't think of a better first blessing box than her. And I want to send her what yarn I can and say, here you go. And we're going to do it. So we're going to do it for July 4th. My dad always wore his veterans or his uniform to church on the 4th. And I'm going to send her some yarn. But I want it to be a community effort to make that happen. So it comes from our community. Because in her mix of dealing with stage 4 cancer, she's making hats, guys. She's getting her mind off of what she's going through to do something for somebody else. You're in the mix of everything. I had to literally just crochet myself. I've had to take a couple of days off of crocheting because my hands were sore. I had to crochet. And I crocheted a beautiful blanket for Christina's mother-in-law, which I'm giving as a gift just to think it's done. And eventually maybe my grandkids will get that blanket. One of them will. Or maybe they'll be over the house and she'll be underneath the blanket. And I'm doing one eventually for my mother. Because then that way that blanket could also go. Because we all love tea. It's tea time. I'll take a picture of it. But I just was crocheting. I was doing something for somebody else. I have 2 other blankets I really need to focus on getting done. You guys are going to certainly help me with that over this next month. Because I really want to get those blankets done. And then I want to start working on patterns. And one of the first ones I want to do is Elvis. That's one of them I want to do. But I have several other ones in my head I want to get done. And that's going to be a new challenge. But I'm looking forward to it. But I promised myself you can't do that till you do this. But I just focused on Little House on the Prairie and I just crocheted, and that distracted me from dealing with what was going on pain-wise. But we all can do something for somebody. We all can be our authentic selves. Wet hair, rain, and everything. And I'm telling you, that story about Johnny Cash's wife going to her son, not knowing if he was living because of the accident, being grateful on the way there, has just changed my whole thing. Because that really helped me, and I'm probably going to do a live about it. It really helped me on the dealing with things that when I was like, Lord, I just really can't take this anymore. I'm just so done. I'm so tired. Mary, be grateful for this. And I would find little things to be grateful for in the midst of it. And one of the things I'm grateful for is that, you know, the lady that we're going to help out with some yarn, she found our channel. And if we can help her out with some yarn, wonderful. And one of the blankets I'm working on, if I have any yarn left, I want to send her some yarn from that blanket. That's where I want the remainder of that yarn to go, because I have a plan for it. But guys, we're going to get through this. Now, tomorrow, I'm probably going to do an early live, because I want to do some recordings for some devotions and start getting those back up and start getting caught up. They're not going to be long. They're going to be short, so we can get caught up. And then Saturday, we'll be going, and there may be a live on the way to Columbus, or there may be one when I get back. We'll see. And it may be just, we'll just kind of play that out. There may be a live, and there may just not be, depending on how we're feeling and how I'm feeling and all that kind of stuff. So we'll play Saturday out. But I am breathing better. The asthma slowly calming down. I'm so grateful for that kick of prednisone. Boy, did I went on like Amwell or whatever that was, and they gave me more prednisone. So I'm like, I'm not taking enough. I knew it. Been an asthmatic way too long, and I know when it was. I'm like, I just need a little bit more kick than what I had. And they gave me, and boy, it's just between that and using the new, I think I was using some old albuterol. Between those two things, so it's opened up, and I've just rested, taking it easy. But that's the plan. And then next week, I'm going to start getting together some topics and so forth, and start getting things up and scheduled as far as lives. And we may do some like this. I'd love to be able to come out here and do what I did before and sit and be able to crochet outside. And hopefully, eventually, I can do that. We'll see how I am next week. But I'm back. I'm ready to be back. I've missed all the connection, but I just knew I was too tired to do much of anything. But hopefully you enjoyed the rain and me being silly. Guys, be yourself. Be yourself. Be who you are. People are either going to like you or they're not going to like you. And if they don't, then it's their loss. To me, if somebody came on and they would sit there and say, this silly girl in Ohio sitting out in the rain. It's not raining now, but, you know, sitting out in the rain, getting all wet, being silly. I don't like that. Then you know what? If they don't take the time to get to know you, it's their loss. It's their loss. If they don't want to take a few minutes to get to know who you are, then kick them to the curb. They're not worth it. You're more valuable than that. People have to realize it takes time to get to know somebody. They're more than just a face. And yet, I think in our world and I think in our society, we take 30 seconds to be able to make a determination about that person. And we may miss out on the most tremendous person because we've taken 30 seconds to realize, no. They're this, or they're that, or they're this. No. You got to take longer to get to know somebody. You can't just base it on 30 seconds and say, yeah, that's who they are. There's a lot more to Mary than just this. I have a huge heart. Yeah, I have a very strong personality, and I don't deny it. I'm like my dad. I love you, Dad. He told it like it is. And there's a little bit of my great-grandmother in me, Lizzie, and a little bit of my grandmother. If you had ever met my grandmother, oh my goodness. She told it like it is, and she really didn't care if she hurt you. She didn't do it as nicely as I wish she would have done things sometimes. She could be very, very critical. But she was a strong, strong woman. So was my grandmother. So was my mom. Come from a long line of strong women. Patty was strong. Patty was a lot stronger than I realized that she ever was. Because she struggled with addiction, it looked like she was weak, but she wasn't. She had a lot of stuff in her backstory that she was trying to cover up. What's your backstory? Do you have a backstory you're trying to cover up? Don't cover it up. All the ashes of that backstory, man alive. There's riches in those ashes. There are riches in them. They're not something to be covered up. There's something to be able to tell, because you don't know what things in your backstory are going to inspire somebody else to say, hey, I've been through that. I've done that. I've walked that. Don't cover up your backstory. Your backstory is too precious. There's gold in that. There's a fighting spirit in that. You're precious. Don't forget that. Backstory and all, doesn't matter. It's worth telling. Your story is worth telling. Rain. Oh. Rain can feel good. And sometimes I think we need to sit in it. But it's raining harder and it's getting dark. So I'm going to go head in, go have a shower, get ready for bed, and work on some more stuff I need to work on. Hi, Alfonso. Yeah, I'm in the rain. I know you can't see it, but I'm in the rain. I just come out in the rain for a minute. So remember, have a blessed day. Remember to be proud of being yourself, because everyone else is taken. Remember, we got you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. And keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook required. I gotta get up again because it's raining harder. I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow sometime. It'll probably be early. And you know what? Enjoy your night. Enjoy the rain. Step out on it. If you got kids, go take them out if it's something like this and go step in puddles. And let them experience what it's like to just say, rain. It's fun. Be silly. Love you all. Have a great night. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for being the community that I am so blessed to have, and my mom is too. Love you all. Bye-bye, everybody.